With the deaths of George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, and Breonna Taylor, there has been a resurgence of the Black Lives Matter movement, which originated in 2013 during Ferguson. I was on the internet then. I remember. And these names are only a fraction of those who have suffered at the hands of police brutality just because of the color of their skin. It's sickening. And if you're tempted to comment, "All lives matter," or talk about Trump in the comments below, don't. Just know that I disagree with your opinion, and I think that your way of thinking is ignorant and harmful. If you don't understand why it's important to say all Black lives matter, then let's simplify it in the sense that you have a sick person and a healthy person. The healthy person does not need the medicine that you have as much as the sick person next to them. All lives can't matter until Black lives do. If you're protesting, thank you. Please, please, please stay healthy. If you can't protest because of COVID-19, then I urge you to donate. If you don't have funds to donate, then I urge you to read and listen to Black voices. Not only do I have the privilege that the color of my skin offers me, but I also have the emotional stability and financial stability that my family offers to me. And I say this not to brag, but just to be transparent, but I will probably be able to graduate from college without any loans, and I'm unbelievably lucky to do so. But that means that I should be donating. The least that I can do is donate and put in the work, because it's not enough to be not racist anymore. We have to be anti-racist. I stand with the Black Lives Matter movement, and it sucks that we have to say this, but it would be irresponsible to me. It would be irresponsible of me to my Black viewers, to anyone who consumes any content that I put out, anyone that I interact with, if I didn't clarify this. And right now I'm focusing on being an authentic ally. The Okra Project, the Bail Fund, the ACLU, the NAACP Legal Defense Fund, the Black Visions Collective, these are all organizations or mutual aid that will benefit from your dollar if you donate. I will include a link to blacklivesmatter.card.co in the description below, and it's all laid out. They have a lot of links to places that you can donate, as well as tips that you can learn for protests or conversations that you want to have with family members, as well as links to Black-owned businesses and victims for donations. And lastly, I wanted to share some Black artists that I have been following and loving. Some of them I followed before this, some of them I found while looking through the Drawing While Black hashtag, which I encourage you all to do the same. Any artwork of theirs that I share in this video is done so with their permission, but I will link several other Black artists for you to check out below.
Chips ice cream. Okay then, ready to initiate the install?
Yes.
Oh, wait, hold on. You should come back down.
I gotta stop the second coming of Gulp.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Clearly I'm not going to be talking during this entire video, but I just wanted to say hi and explain a little bit why I made this video, or why I made this illustration. This was originally part of a series where we were doing the 7 deadly sins for my junior illustration class, and I decided to do the 7 deadly flower fairies. Yeah, the assignment was supposed to teach us how to create a series of work. I ended up creating 3. I only recorded this one because this one I just happened to work on early enough in advance before the project was due that I had literally no stress or concern recording it. So yeah, and I'm really glad I did because I'm really glad with how it turned out. It was probably April or May when I drew this. It's June now. I'm back home with my family. My brother's even letting me use his mic to record this, which is interesting. When I was doing research for like flower meanings on the internet, apparently lily of the valley can symbolize greed. So I thought, well, yeah, why not? It's a beautiful flower, and I'd love to paint it. This part, it's so satisfying to me. I love outlining stuff, and I didn't record myself outlining the face because I was just so stressed about doing it in the moment. Oh, I just realized I'll have a list of the materials that I use in the description below. However, if you're curious and you don't look in the description, I use Arches paper. I'm pretty sure, I actually can't remember if it's hot or cold press, but it's Arches. I use Magella watercolors, and I use an amalgamation of colored pencils. So, not as informative as I wanted that to be, but hopefully it will help. I really love overlaying colored pencil over watercolor and gouache. And you can tell I'm quite sporadic with how I paint and how I work on a piece around the page. And it's interesting because in my watercolor class last year, which I'm actually going to be taking again because I love watercolor, and I think there's a lot more I can still learn, you're not encouraged or allowed, in the class at least, to use other mediums on top of your watercolor pieces, because the whole point is to just learn how to use watercolor by itself. And that's, fine and dandy. I know a lot of watercolor artists who really use it to its potential. However, I just really like mixing mediums. And I can tell that when I take the class again in the fall, it will be a struggle to not use colored pencil or really small amount of gouache in between. The funny part is that when we were doing this assignment, my professor was like, this is a really good indicator on what you might want to do for your thesis if you like this assignment and how it turns out. And I could totally see myself doing this type of thing for my thesis, but I'd already kind of decided that I wanted to do a comic for my thesis, but that's so much work. But then also thesis is so much work, so it's not like one will be easier than the other, and it's not like after thesis is done I can't do anything else in my life. I really enjoyed this piece, and I can't wait to do more like it in the future. Because I wanted to be a fairy when I was a kid, and if I can make whimsical pieces like this for the rest of my life, that would be great. Oh, that yellow. I love that yellow. Perfect. Not as satisfying because I taped the watercolor paper to the line art that I had done on my iPad that I then printed out and then transferred onto the watercolor paper with my roommate's light box. But still pretty satisfying. And that's that. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Unfortunately, I am going to say if you liked it, leave a little comment and a like, or I don't know, tell me what you want to see next. I hope that this video brought you a sense of calm whenever you're watching this. I hope you're staying safe, and I will see you soon. Bye!